What is going to be the message to Ty heading into this first game?
Just play ball. I think that Ty plays his best when he stays calm and collected, just like any quarterback. And I think as long as he stays within himself and doesn't try to make each play bigger than it is, he'll be just fine.
Front row left, let's go Chase. We got Mike coming for you. Go Chase and the Colin.
In your career experience, how unusual is it to be the only assistant coach in the booth on game day like you're going to be this fall?
I mean, I got other guys up there with me. It's pretty much the same setup I've done. I got guys, Mitch Tollins up there. He's been with me for 5 years up in the box, so he's got a good set of eyes. And then Tyler Hughes was with us in Washington, veteran coach as well. So I feel like it's pretty much the same setup.
Ryan, I'm curious what kind of the same question with Ty, but your message to the running back room, obviously a guy down. Like, what have you seen in terms of the, approach that Richard Young, Daniel Hill, guys like that have taken ahead of this week?
Yeah, I think they've really, embraced the next man up mentality and, exactly what you expect out of a couple guys that have been here at Alabama for a couple of years. So I don't think there's necessarily anything that's like earth-shattering that they're doing, but I think they're excited about the opportunity.
Back over front row on the right to Kennington.
Yeah, Florida State, new defensive coordinator and Tony White, but also several players from other places that might play a big role in that defense. What's that preparation process like when you have a new coordinator coming in, but also players from various parts of the country that might also be coming in and playing a role there as well? Yeah, cool question. I think that been through this process a couple different times, at different stops, and certainly there's a lot of moving parts there. Coach White's a great coach. He's been a lot of different places, veteran guy. Has a lot of presence with his guys and certainly is creative in his play calling. So you got to dig. You got to go back to Syracuse. You got to go all the way back and make sure that you're checking everything out and try to realize how they would utilize different people and personnel sets and put people in different spots and understand, the structure and the history of the defense and how it applies to the people they have now. And you put together the best picture you can for the guys, prepare them, and understand that you got to have plays that can win versus multiple fronts and multiple coverages.
Go middle, second row, Katie.
When your offense is kind of being thrown into the fire for the first game, being a true road environment, just what's the value in having an experienced center like Parker?
Oh, it's everything, honestly. I think he brings calm to not only the offensive line unit, but just the guys that are looking to have more playing time potentially than they had in the past, including Ty. And just for the coaching staff, just understand there's a guy that's going to be able to calm the waters is really, really valuable.
Go front row, Tony.
Do you remember the last time you had a quarterback make his first start on a true road game? And is there anything that you do maybe differently to kind of get him a little bit ready or more prepared for that moment?
Let's see. Jorge Reyna in 19 at Fresno State. We went down to SC. He played a good football game. Didn't end up going our way, but I thought for a first-time start, he played well. It was the same message. I've had a couple other guys besides Jorge, but you just got to get the guy playing his game. You don't have to push into different throws that are outside of it. You just want him to get him to play within the structure of the offense and let the plays come to him instead of him trying to have to manufacture everything. Because I think you just tell quarterbacks, like there's going to be plays where off-platform throws, plays that aren't scripted that way, that he's going to have to make a play. So you try to create an environment where there's enough structure for him to make the plays that are available and not make the easy ones look hard.
All the way in the back, Jonathan.
Yeah, Coach, just sticking with that road environment, how has the team responded to that crowd noise throughout the end of camp and I'm sure the start of practice here as you guys put it in, and how prepared do you think they are to take that on at Tallahassee?
Oh, they've done a great job. We put a lot of work into it in the last 2.5 weeks now, just working on the sound part. Obviously, those things always take time, and they've worked really hard. I think just like anything, when we first started, it wasn't perfect, and now we're doing it all our walkthroughs. We're doing every practice, so they'll be ready for it.
Okay, let's finish up with Charlie on the far right.
Yeah, Coach, just back to the offensive line. What have you seen from Gino at right guard, and how do you feel just about that first unit going into game one?
I'm confident. I think that they're in a good spot. There's a lot of starts with the guys that are out there on the field. Obviously Wilkins, the guy that has the least playing experience, but the guys on the inside next to Parker, Gino and Dew, those guys have been there and done that. So I think that there's there's a calmness there that helps on the inside. And I think, again, Parker, is the guy that can really bring it all together. He knows the guys that got to be, amped up and the guys that got to be brought back down, and he can keep it level.
All right, thank you, Coach. Appreciate
You bet. Thanks, everybody.